So the next program we're going to target here is you have to write a program to find out the grade based on the marks, or you give the input as a marks to the method, to the function, then it should say this marks fall under which grade. So that we are going to write multiple conditions here. Those multiple conditions, so we are going to see now how we can write multiple conditions. So these are all the things, very important. You also need to practice them. So if you practice, see, you will get a better idea. Unless you are not writing the code, it's very, very difficult. So make sure you are writing the programs. Then it will help you a lot. So more practice, more programs, if you write it, then it will be easy. If you are not writing the program, so then that's a very, very difficult task. Okay, so let's write now. So we have written yesterday a default access modifier we used, and also private access modifier, right? Private access modifier. Same method I'm going to create with the parameter, single parameter. Single parameterized method with void. Right? So with void, we need to start it. So I'll write protected static. So void get grade. Right? So you can get the grade in marks. So you input the marks to the method, then that should return to us what is the grade. So what grade it falls under. So you can write so the function find the grade for marks. So you can give the marks here so that you will come to know which marks you are entering also. So then grade if condition, you start nested if. If marks greater than 0, right? Marks greater than 0 and marks less than 35. So we can say grade is so I can say, so I'm appending with the plus operator. So I can write, so fail grade, I'll write. So like this, you can, M is small. Okay, so this is the one grade. But this is just one condition, right? I want to write more conditions. So how to write? Else if. So write again marks. So greater than or equal to 35 and marks less than 50. So I'm going to give just give that grade for marks is, I'm just saying third grade, okay? Just whatever you want, you can write, okay? Not a problem. Then one more condition. Else if, so another condition, right? So marks greater than or equal to 50 and marks less than 60. So then you can say grade for marks is second grade, okay? So like this, you can write n number of conditions. This is called nested if else. So I'm going to use this nested if else in another programs also. Many programs, even in Selenium also, same multiple conditions we are going to write. And marks, so greater than or equal to 60 and marks less than 75. So give the different grade. Let's change it. Okay? First grade. So like this, you can just put till 100 all the conditions. So marks greater than or equal to 75 and marks less than 90. I can place it or 100, whatever it is. I want to give extra grade also. That's why I'm just now putting one distinction, then super grade I'll put one. So it doesn't matter. So the code, whatever you write in that block, so that will execute for us. So distinction, else if, or otherwise you can write else block. Or yeah, one more else if is mandate. So marks greater than or equal to 90 and marks less than or equal to 100. So I can just put
one thing, like first one, if that condition, if one is true, then it will only execute that one and it comes out, right? And
yes.
if it is false only, then it will loop everything up.
Next, it will come to second
Yeah.
condition. Right. If not, you come here, in the else block, you say that invalid input provided, invalid input, invalid marks provided. Or input provided invalid marks. Or invalid data. Okay. So you can, this is the multiple conditions you can see. Condition 1. If condition 1 is true, this code will execute. If this is false, it will come to here. If this is true, this statement will execute. If this is not true, it will go to next statement, next condition. First condition always. So the condition evaluation is mandatory. Then if it is true, it will go here. If it is not true, it will move to next condition. So this is true, this block will execute. If this is not true, it will come to next block. If this is true, it will execute. If this is not true, it will come to next block, a condition. If all these conditions are not true, it will execute the else block. So that's the nested if else program. I have given exercise, that one and this one, both if you do, you'll get a confidence. So find the given ABC, which one is big, you can use this. Okay. Next, last one, switch case. How can we use switch case? So let's move on to the switch case. Switch case is, so basically again, I'm going to give this somewhat different thing because we are giving input, right, through parameter. Even I can give input while running your program also. So while running the program, and your console will ask you, please input the data for this variable. You can input the data for a particular variable. How you can input the data from keyboard while program running time. So that I'm going to show you. This is the new concept. So let's see how to do that. So to do that, and you have to use the scanner class. So scanner class has a lot of non-static methods. For each type of data, one non-static method is the return type non-static method. So how can we call return type non-static methods? How to call one class return type non-static method in another class?
Create an object.
You need to create object for that class. And because it is in another package, right? So scanner is in java.util package. Then what is the first step you have to tell? How can you call other package classes in this package class, another package class?
Import.
Import. So import is the best. That's the only option you have to do. So that's what you are going to do. That first import, create object for the class, and object line it will throw error. Then import that class. So first thing is non-static methods means where that methods are there for that class you need to create object. Then after creating object with object reference, you call the non-static return type methods. How to call non-static return type methods? What is the formula?
Data type of that method. Variable name equal to object reference dot non-static method name.
Non-static return type method. Excellent. So that's good. So this is what I'm asking. You need to remember those formulas. If you remember the formulas, only possible in the coding. Otherwise, it's not possible. So I'm going to do next program. So I want to perform the mathematical operations based on the input data given for the two variables and the input data operator. 3 input data I need to provide for this method, but I'm not going to use the parameters. I'll supply from the keyboard. And from the keyboard, how to supply data to your method while running the program. That is what I'm going to tell you. So this calculator I'm preparing. So calculator program I'm doing here. For this, what we need to do? So prepare a calculator between two numbers and mathematical operators. You have to provide mathematical operators. What are the mathematical operators? Plus, minus, multiplication, so division, right? So these are the mathematical operators. This operator, these are the, what kind of data type this is? What kind of data type is this? What kind of data type is this?
Logical operators.
Logical operators. What are the logical operators, madam?
Sorry, and or not equal. Sorry.
And then, so this is, I am telling you mathematical operators.
Oh.
There's no doubt in that. This is mathematics, right? It's not Java, madam. This is the mathematics, plus, minus, multiplication, division. These are mathematical operators. Fine. But what kind of data type you can use to declare these values? What kind of data type you need to use?
Integers.
Oh no, it's not.
Integer.
Why integers? Is this a number?
No.
Integers, when you can use?
Numbers, values.
String?
Only for numbers,
String?
right?
Is it a string?
String.
What is string? What is string means?
String means it will let you store the lines in one text. Like
Is it a line? Is it a line? This is the, is it a line? Is this a line? Is this a line?
no,
Plus and minus. Is this a line? What is string first? First definition, how can you define the string?
Group of characters.
A group of characters, a collection of characters, right? But is this a collection of characters, this one?
Hmm.
What is this? Only one, right? This one. Is this a collection of characters, this one? Plus.
no.
Then what, how you can declare this no characters? How will you declare the characters? How will you declare single character? Which data type you need to use?
Char.
Character space symbol.
Char data type, right?
Yes.
Then why you are struggling for that? It's a char data type, right? To store the single character, it is a char data type. So anyhow, this all you have to revise the basics, and basics is the crucial. I'm telling you, you're not concentrating on the basics. That's a bigger drawback. I'm telling you again and again to record. So to input the data from keyboard, we're using a scanner class. In the scanner class, we have all return type methods. You want integer data, next int method is there. You want a double data, next a double method is there. You want float data, you have a next float method. You want a string data, you have a next method is there. Next method will take the data from keyboard on a string. But that returns again a string type data. So every method is a return type method. But to input the data, you have to use system.in. So you have to write system.in. System.in will take the data, right? Input. So it is input data. So it inputs the data. So now see, it is throwing error. Why it is throwing error? Because this class is in the java.util package. So where this class is there? This class is there in the java.util package. You have to import that. So import, mouse over on that, and you can see import. Why we are importing other package classes we are using in our package class, current package class. So that is the reason you have to import. I clearly explained this concept in the methods. So I'm repeating again. Okay. So I created object. declare two variables. Declare two integer numbers. I will do integer numbers. You do for the double data. Okay. Exercise for you. Same code. Just a method only will change. To integer variables. So int n1, comma n2. Two variables I declared. So I just declared, but I didn't assign the value. I will assign the value later. Declare operators. Character data to store for what? To store mathematical operators. Mathematical operators. Plus, minus, multiplication, division. These are the mathematical operators. I'll just declare char. So operators. Just I'm giving operator. Just operator. Enough. Just declared. These are the local variables. Just declared. But I didn't assign the value. I will assign now values. How to assign value? So right. Please enter n1 value. That's it. So I'm going to enter n1 value, n1 equal to. See, I declared here, I'm calling here. So I'm declaring here in the 88th line, I'm giving the value, n1 value. How I can give? sc obj dot. Because this method returns a value, right? See, next int method. Can you see here next int method? What is the method return type? Int. Which class this is? Scanner class. So even we have next double also there. Next byte, next short, next double also will be there. Next has next. So next double also will be there. Next string is there. Next, this one I'm going to use now, string. This method return type string. From the string, I need to get the character. So that I'll explain a little bit more explanation. So next double, next double, see next double. So this method you have to call in this place. But I'm doing integer, you do for the double. Okay. See, next double is returning what type of data? Double data. That means your variables you should declare as a double. N1, N2. So next int. Same way you write that. So enter n2 value. So enter n2 value. Enter n2 value. So done. N1, N2 value we declared here and assigning a value. This is assignment operator, right? Assigning. This is assigning. You are getting from the keyboard and storing in the N1. You are getting from the keyboard and storing here. N2. So you got N1 and N2. Now, so the next one is, so enter the operator, mathematical operator. Solve plus minus multiplication, division. These are the operators you need to enter. But so you won't get a character here. So because there is no method to get the character from keyboard directly. So please understand here. There is no method to get the character directly from the keyboard. There is a method to get the number, integer number or a double number or anything. But there is no method to get the character. But there is a method string, the next method which returns a string type data. Which returns a string type data. But from that string, you have to get the first character. How can you get the first character from the any string? So let me give you some examples so that you will get a better idea. So out of the box, this one string related. So if I say, just giving an example, string s equal to Java. So this is a string. Why it is a string? A group of characters. A group of characters. The string object is yes. Now yes, Java is stored. But how can you get only V or only J? How can you get from that string? Or any character from this string, only one character, how can you get? So how to get particular index character from string. So what is the answer? Using char method. So for this is also returns, this method returns. So what it returns? Character it returns. Please remember this. Using char method, you have to give index. You give the index number. On that index, what character is there that will return to you? So this method from which class it is? From string class. String class, this method is there. What is the method return type? So which returns, which fetches the character at given index. So returns char data type. Returns char. This is the how you can use char at method. See how, what is the index numbers are you can ask. This is the index number means. First character will be 0 index. Second character will be in 1 index. Third character will be in 2 index. Fourth character will be in 3rd index. Now you give on this yes, call this method to get the, for example, I want J. So how to do that? Let me show you. So I want J. So one example, one I'm giving. Fetch the J character from string yes. So how can you fetch that? So it returns a return type is a char data type. This method returns a so char data type val equal to s dot s is the object reference string object reference dot char at of what is the index number of J?
0.
0. So now, so in this variable, J will store. Who is giving that J? The caret method is giving. This caret method will go and fetch from this string. In this position, what character is there? J is there. So J will store and fetch it here. This is the how you can use caret method. How can you fetch the particular character, particular index character from the string? Using caret method. So what is the method return type of? Char data it returns. See, again, this is the return type method. That's what I told you. Return type methods are crucial. So data type of this method, store in this variable, equal to object reference, string object reference. This is the string literal. String object reference dot caret method, and I'm giving the index number. Now J will store in the val variable. How can you fetch the V? How can you fetch the V? How can you fetch the V? The first data type as val2 equal to s dot caret of. So what is the index number of V?
2.
2. That's it. Anything from the string you want to get a particular character, you have to call caret method. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the character, the string from the keyboard. So that I'm assigning to the operator. So let's assign the operator. Operator is the variable equal to. So you are entering, right? scobj dot next method, which returns a string. This part is string. This part is string. From that string, you need to get the character, right? Dot caret of 0, first character you need to fetch. So this is the how you can get it. Why, sir, you are calling this is the entire thing is a string. String dot caret of 0. You can write separately also, first string, then string dot caret of. But this entire thing is a string object. String dot caret of. This character returns a char data type. Operator is a char data type, right? Operator what data type? Char data type. Again, you don't need to write one-time declaration. Now you are assigning a value for operator. Now let's move on to the switch case. What I need to do? So output also, let's declare the output. I need to store the output, right? Let's store the output by declaring. So declaring int output. So I just declared, but I will assign that value later. Switch, now I am using switch case. So operator, if operator is any one of them, whatever you are writing. So case plus, if operator is a plus operator, if operator is a plus operator, what I want to do?
Addition.
Output equal to n1
plus
plus n2. Then break it. Next case. Then output equal to n1 minus n2. Then break it. Every case after you have to write a break. So multiplication. Output equal to n1 multiplied by n2. This is all general mathematics. I'm not going very deep also. Basics I'm touching here. I'll move. This arrays comes, you will see a lot of bigger programs. Very big programs you're going to see. That's why all these concepts, you imbibe all these concepts. So that will help you know. So in your coding. So case, this one, then output equal to, so n1, so divided by n2. Then break it. So that's it, right? Don't need anything. So default block, if you want, you write a default block. So default block, you can say, so default is nothing but else block. It is similar to NestedIf else, right? So it's similar to NestedIf else. You can say invalid operator entered. You can say invalid operator, entered. That's it. So then I want to print this output, but this is the outside. This is outside of the switch case. So how can we do that? So let's go. Outside, I need to print this. I want to print here. Without initializing the local variable, you cannot use. I want to show that. I want to show that proof. See, I didn't assign the value for this output variable. So let me show you that how you can. It will throw error for. So n1 plus operator. I want to do. So which operator you are going to view that operator? Plus n2. I'm giving a space between n1, then operator, then space, then n2 I'm joining. Then so output plus output. The output is you're using outside without using without initializing you're using. That's why it is throwing error here. See what is the error? The local variable output may not have been initialized. You must initialize that, it is saying. So for that I'll just assign the value 0. Default value will assign. See, now error is gone. So local variable, if you want to use, you must initialize. You must assign the value. So that's a mandate. So this is all switch case how to make. Okay. Now, what you can do here is same thing you practice with instead of int, you put a double. And the methods you have to call here next double. Next double. That's the only change. Remaining code, everything is same. Okay. So prepare that code. But here also the output here, the output data type also double, not integer. Make sure you give that thing. So let's call one by one method now. I'm going to call, so how to call same class non-static methods, all static methods, right? Parameterized static method. How to call parameterized static method? How to call parameterized static method in the same class? What is the answer?
Static
You
method
can call
means
with the form.
data type of the value.
Why data type?
Not written.
Parameterized.
If it's not written anything, you just call the name.
Void methods, right? No return type methods.
Parameter values.
Parameter value.
Just the function name and passing the
Just a function name.
Yeah.
I think you have to read properly these things. Very, very important. That's why you are missing. I don't understand that. Just a method name, static method name. Then parameter 1 value, comma, parameter 2. First function name you have to tell, right? Without function name, what is parameter? Without function, you should not tell that the things, right? If demo is the method name. See, this is the method. You have to give A value and B value. So you give A value 45 and B value, so 50. So this is the how your code will see which blocks are executing. You can execute and see that. Which blocks are executing, you can see now. So let's run this program. All these are I have already explained. But so your side is very, very lagging. So that you have to improve that, very, very important. If you put this basics still now, if you're not confident, it doesn't work out in next classes. So all this previous topics only will come. See that? So it went to A less than B block and remaining it. So it didn't execute even these blocks. Can you see here? These blocks are not executed. Only this block is not executed. This block is executed. Again, this block is not executed. Then these two are executed because this is a true, right? Both are true. That's it executed. So how do you know, sir, whether which block is executing? You have to run in debug mode. How to run the debug mode? How to run in debug mode? Let me show you. So I'll first, if you want to run your program in debug mode, now you are running directly, right? If you just click on this, right click and run as a Java application, your program is executing directly. It's not stopping. You are not able to see which line is going and which line is not going. And if you want to see line by line code execution by your, so you have to interact line by line code. You have to run in debug mode. So what is debugging? Debugging is nothing but analyzing or executing the line by line code in your program. That is called debugging. So how to run in debug mode? I'll show you that quickly. So let's execute other methods, then I'll come back to that, okay? If else demo. So directly void method. So void method I'm calling. See, another same functions I have given these formulas. How to call void static method. Just a function name. What is the answer? Just static method name. All these formulas I have given. Again, I'm recalling them one more time. Just void method. Run as Java application. Okay, see that. So I'm going to use logical operator R. So I'm inside A greater than 10 or B greater than 15 expression if block. So if block is executed here. So using logical operator and see this is executing else block. So C value is 100. We are executing. So that's the parameterized void method. Parameter with parameters and void method. So same formulas I have given. I am recalling again one more time. In the same class, you practice in another class also. Same methods you try to call in another class, another package class, so that you will get confidence and you will remember the formulas. That's what you need to do. Okay. So call next method. What is this? This one, right? This is the again parameterized method. You can make it a return type also if you want. Okay. How to call this? Just give the parameters. You give 60. Where it falls under which grade you will get, you can see. So which grade you will get now?
First
grade. First grade you will get. See, you got the first grade. 60 first. You change the data, okay? You change the data. So it will go, I think still first only will get. So 90, it will go under distinction. Super grade, okay, it is falling under super grade. So you give 89. So it will go under
distinction.
Yes, distinction. See, this is the distinction. Okay, so this like this, you can give your own data. That's what the parameterized method advantage. Same program, you can test with multiple sets of data. Different data, you can test it. So that's the advantage with the parameterized methods. Last one, let's call calculator. See, it is going to ask you while running the program itself, it will ask you. See how it is asking. Still program is in running mode only. You can see it is running mode. Red mark means it is running mode. So it is asking, please enter N1 value. So I'm going to enter N1 value 5. Please enter N2 value 6. So enter the mathematical operators. I'm entering plus operator. See, 5 plus 6, 11 is happened. See, now it is gray mark means the program execution is done. This is done. Red mark means it is running mode. While running the program, I'm giving the input. How is it possible? With the scanner class, that is possible. So even you can close the object. Here you can close the object. So your work is done. With this C object is done. You can close the object. To close the object. You can call using close method. The close method you can call scobj dot close. Close method. In the scanner class, this void method. That means you can close that object. That's it. The object will be closed after usage, so that the memory will be nullified. So you are not wasting the memory. These are the best practices you have to follow. Okay, so these are all the things, but how to run in debug mode? Let me show you quickly. Which line onwards you want to run line by line code? First put that line, the toggle breakpoint. Please make a note all these steps. How to run in debug mode? Now you are running in the Java perspective mode. This is the Java top right Java perspective mode. But how to run in debug mode? The first step is which line onwards you want to stop and running line by line code. First, that line you put a toggle breakpoint like this. Just press, double click. Like this dot will happen. So that means I want to start from here and your cursor will come and stop here. That's the first step. Then second step, you right click, run debug as. There is a debug as. Can you see here? Instead of run as, you have to use a debug as. Java application. It will ask you, so switch to debug mode. So there is a bug icon you got on the top right side. Can you see here? This is the Java perspective. This is the debug perspective. So debug bug icon. Now here, see cursor stopped here. Wherever you place it, the toggle breakpoint, cursor is stopped here. Still in running mode, you can see here. It's not moving. You have to interact now. So then you have to press F5 or you can use this arrow marks. Can you see step over, step into, step over, or you can press F6 also, shortcut key from the keyboard. So to move to the next line, say I'm clicking on this, cursor will move to next line. Now A value, B value, you can see here also on the right side. A values, B values, you can see here. Now it comes to 11th line. So 11th line, the condition is false, right? The condition is false. Now what will happen? You see the values are showing A value and B value 50. So this condition is false. False means what will happen? Will it go into 12th and 13th line? This inside this? Will it go or no?
If it is else, no, it won't go.
It won't go. Then where it will go? Directly jump to
All the way
16th
down.
line.
Yeah.
Directly jump to 16th line. You observe that carefully. See, from 11th to 16th line, it is jumping. Why it is jumping? Because the condition becomes false there. That is the reason. See, it comes to 16th line. So 16th line. See A value. What is the A value? 45. You mouse over on the A value, you will get A value 45. Then B value 50. 45 less than 50. True, right? True means it will come inside. See, you click on this. Click on this arrow icon. Arrow icon. Can you see here? Arrow icon. Everybody can see this?
Yeah.
Click on this. It will execute the line by line code. See, now that is true. That's why it came to 17th line. 16, 17, line by line code is executing. 18, 9. So now it went to 21st line. That block is executed and it came to other block. So whether now it is true or false, A equal to B, A double equal to what it will do, double equal to. What double equal to do?
Compare.
Comparison. Now 45 double equal to 50. True or false?
False. It comes out.
So, false. It will jump to
26.
this 26 lines. That. See, that's the code how it is now true. So the condition is true. That's why 27 line it came. 28 line. Next, this is a 33 line. Next, this one and method is over. So that's it. So this is over. It is going to next, and that all the line main method also executed, and it is asking for the n1, n2 values. Enter the operator. See, 10 multiplied by 15, 150, you got it. Still running because it's in debug mode, right? It is still running. So you can click on this. Done. Now, how you can come back to the normal mode from debug? Again, click on this. There is a Java perspective top right side. Click on this Java. So you can come back to normal mode and remove this toggle breakpoint. Just double click, it will remove. This is how to run in debug mode, and you can see line by line code execution. Okay, this is all the concepts, very important concept. Please focus, and no, we'll see tomorrow new concept.